So, yeah, our fam is for real. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I said anything above 5 points per game in her rookie year is a success. And people were like, oh, that's a complete failure for a number 3 pick. And I was like, no, no, no. Our fam is 19 years old. The fact is that, again, in year 5, she's going to be the same age as Olivia Miles and AZR now. So yeah, obviously you're looking at it and it's like you want someone like an Awa Fam to gradually improve. You don't need a player to go from 0 to 100 in year 1. You don't need a player at 19 years old to be the best player in the world. That being said, we got to be very, very clear with this. Awa is already probably the best player on the Seattle Storm. And everybody watching Awa is like, can you imagine when she actually gets teammates that will get her the ball? Like, let's look at some of these highlights here. This is where I'm like, this is a player that you know is just on a different level. So, nice roll there, step through. It's how she's getting her buckets. In every different way. She's scoring in transition. She's scoring in the half court. She has not hit a 3 yet, but it's going to come. She can shoot the 3 ball. She then steps in. Like, Natasha Mack's a good defender. Mack completely loses her. So she's ran in transition. She's shooting step back long 2s. And you're like, okay, like the 3 is going to come. The 3 is going to come. She shot the 3 ball okay overseas at times. But like, as of right now, it's just that extra foot. Like that post move. Natasha Mack's a really good defender. She's taking it on Natasha Mack on seals. She's rolling. She's popping. Other than the 3 ball, she is scoring from all, like she is already I'm not going to say 3 level scorer because again, she hasn't shot the 3 ball. Like that is a step back on Alyssa fucking Thomas. That is on Alyssa Thomas. She's going ISO on Alyssa Thomas. Like Alyssa Thomas is pressuring her up and she's making really good reads in these scenarios. She's going and posting up Dewana Bonner. I get it, Dewana Bonner's not old Dewana Bonner, but she's still a vet. She's still a smart defender. And this is to make it a near tie game with 4 minutes to go. Like, our fam, like, the Seattle Storm are, in my opinion, right now, if we were to have a tournament right now, who is the worst team in the WNBA? It's the Seattle Storm. It is the Storm. Like, Flau'jae is just wild. Like, in a good and a bad way. Like, Flau'jae is just, like, at times almost irrationally confident in what she's doing. But Flau'jae is liable to do anything on the floor. Natisha Heidemann is just happy out to just go ISO. Katie Lou's not very good. Steph Dolson's not great at this stage in her career. You have Dominique Malonga and Ezzy Magbagor. Your 2 best players are out injured. Like, they are a team that is not very good at this point in time. And like Jordan Horson, there's a lot to be said. Like, I do think Jordan Horson's going to be a player. But the team doesn't really shoot that well. Jade Melbourne still? She was the top scorer for a while. We're now at the stage where it's like the Storm are a team you just assume everyone's gonna beat. Our fam was by 100 miles their best player, and they nearly beat the Phoenix Mercury. And I get it. I just have this weird feeling the Phoenix Mercury are gonna make the playoffs. Like I don't know why. Like I think it's just at some stage, Nate Tibbetts is gonna be like, yeah, I actually need to stop playing Dewana Bonner. Like I actually have to stop playing her. And then Sammy Whitcomb's going to come back. And there's going to be a lot of things where I'm like, I just feel like they are closer than a lot of people think to being a really high level team. Like I think a lot of people are looking at a record. Like I wouldn't predict them to make the finals or anything. I think that would be a crazy talk. But like to say that they still have the potential to go and win a playoff series. Like, I think they'll figure it out. Like, Alyssa Thomas isn't really playing much defense at this point in time because of the new rules. She can't really play too much. Tibbetts feels like he's almost overthinking games. And that's the big problem with Tibbetts as a coach. Like, he can be an elite game planner, but he does overthink certain things. But, yeah, we now have a team, again, that is now 3-8. If you are Phoenix, who nearly lost again last night. Like, I turned the game off. Like, it was a 3 a.m. game. It was on during the same time as game 1 of the finals. And I'm sorry, I'm watching the finals. I just hope that there's not too many clashes with games in the finals, with Caitlin Clark games. I really want to watch these finals. Shout out Knicks. I thought when the Spurs went up 11 in the third, I thought they were going to run away with it. Shout out the Knicks. But yeah, it's one of those things now where I'm like, we're now in a situation where it's so clear that Awa has the highest upside out of this draft class. I need to stop tweeting stuff about AZ. I actually tweeted out. I mean it. Can you stop mentioning them AZ? I tweeted out earlier today and I was like, Dallas are very lucky. Because like everybody knows where it's like when people are talking about fit and people are talking about like to bet on the 3-and-D player over the reincarnation of prime Chelsea Gray, and a player who very well at their peak could be Neko Nwumeke with a better three ball. That could be a bigger Neko Nwumeke. To pass on two of them, most outlets originally were saying Awa Fam number one, and then ESPN were even like, look, it has to be Olivia Miles because, Paige wants to play with a point. And we even saw it with them starting Odyssey Sims, so they didn't want to play Paige to point. It was like to pass on the two picks that make the most sense to draft a 3-and-D player. Especially, like, if that did not work out for Dallas, like if AZ was not as good as she is, it would be a generational fumble because it's one thing it's one thing reaching on a player and getting it right. If you reach on a player and get it wrong, that's the problem. Like if you drafted Olivia Miles and she's a bust, or you drafted Awa Fam, she's a bust. It's like, okay, Awa didn't live up to her potential. But if you draft AZ and she's a bust, it's like, well, yeah, she was at her ceiling at UConn. Like everybody knew it. She only had 8 points with South Carolina in the Final Four. But no, AZ's been really good. AZ's been really good, so that's not even a conversation. I tweeted out that and I was like, Dallas are lucky that AZ is as good as she is because passing up on Awa Fam, because if she wasn't, basically people would be asking questions already about passing up on Awa Fam, which is a factual statement. Because like Minnesota had Emma Chikova and Dorka Juhas coming back and Fee, so there was a little bit more logic to that. But like passing up on Awa Fam is going to come back and look like a what the fuck were you thinking? At least again, AZ is good enough that it's like, well, look, AZ's shown that she's good enough that it's at least justifiable. But I'm sorry, like Awa Fam, she's not an all-star right now. But like, I think we were all confident that Malonga was probably going to be an all-star, especially the way she started the season had she not had the concussion that she's missed nearly 10 games with. Had she not had the really bad concussion, Awa or Malonga would have been probably an all-star. And Awa is not going to be an all-star this year, but like, if Awa averages 12, 13 points per game, like I want to see what's the most a teenager has ever averaged. Because I know Liz Cambridge came in as a teenager. I'm trying to think of like teenagers that came in and were immediately like key piece in the rotation. So Liz Cambridge as a rookie averaged 11.5 points per game. What did Lauren Jackson average as a rookie? Lauren Jackson, the youngest MVP in WNBA history. What did Lauren Jackson average as a rookie? So Lauren Jackson in her rookie season averaged 15.2. Okay, so she's not going to be the highest scoring teenager of all time, but she's probably going to be second. And being second in something to one of the greatest players to ever play is not a bad sign. And anyway, I'll see you guys.